time, the misbegotten child of despondent creators. When the construct is close, you coil yourself up and spring forward, passing out of the boy's body as though it were a membrane. You can sense his body behind you collapse into the floor, a puppet whose strings are cut. That's what Graham saw when he was looking out the window. You are rushing towards the golem now, bodiless as a gust of wind. Quickly, you think to yourself, quickly, and you feel the strength hemorrhaging from your soul as you dart towards the makeshift abomination. You pass into the golem's shell and overtake the soul implanted within, encircling it, suppressing it, and contained in this new vessel you are strong again. You step heavy-footed down corridors unheeded by the other constructs, and scrutinized only by the wary, untrustworthy eyes of the mad, coming at last to an office piled with books and scribbled papers and the perverse implements of animancy. You set your oversized hands upon a large machine, a nest of globes and tubes and coils in the center of the room, and go to work, bending wires and unsettling alignments. Your surroundings are pulled past you, or perhaps you are pulled past them, and they dissolve into a blur. Love you too, Ben. What's up, Ben? When they settle into place again, you are outside on a clear day, standing in front of a crowd stacked high above you in the tiered seats of an amphitheater. You are acting for the crowd, standing deliberately still, but this is no play. A balding man with rodent-like features is strapping you to a machine, the one you had tampered with. You see your arms for the first time, short and fleshy, unmistakably those of a little girl, but this body is not truly yours. Your mind still holds the same determination, the same hard-heartedness as before. The body itself is cold and vacuous. Unlike the others, this one has no soul of its own. The man speaks, and the crowd applauds with an enthusiasm worthy of a hero's entrance. "Bear witness," he says, and he pulls a lever. The machine shivers and sparks. Oh, nice, man. And a bead of sweat rolls down the side of the man's brow, but the crowd's apprehension quickly gives way to awe as a crystal globe fills with a radiant mist that casts the entire theater aglow. He opens a valve, and the glow crawls through a tube along a length of copper wire that runs to a set of electrodes beneath your armpits. And his name is Victor Frankenstein, and you feel nothing when it reaches you, as it should be, for you have been leading his work astray periodically for some time, altering notes and settings and playing puppeteer for Hollowborn. But you make it look how people would expect it to look when a body is infused with a soul. In a moment, the machine goes dark and the man unstraps you, eyeing you with a scientist's concern. So he tried to animate a body. He had tried to, create a soul. And this guy, this false soul that had been implanted in the boy in the first place, this false soul which is in him, has been doing all this stuff, and he did it all on purpose. He looks back at the crowd. "Behold," he says, but there is obvious hesitation in his voice. Slowly you take a plodding step forward, then another and another. You look up at the man, giving him the eye contact of which no Hollowborn is capable, and the crowd gasps. The man looks relieved. "How do you feel?" he asks at a volume meant for the crowd, and this is the moment. At the top of your lungs, you let out a piercing shriek. The man comes towards you, his hands outstretched, but you run the other way, back to the machine. With all your strength, you drive your head into the crystal globe, and it shatters, streaking your head with warm blood. You drive your head down onto the surface of the machine again and again, drawing panicked screams from the crowd, and by the time the man reaches you, your body has already ceased proper function and merely twitches on the cold ground. Satisfied, you depart the corpse in search of another unsuspecting host. Who could put their faith in animancy now? Wow. You are pulled again from your surroundings, transcending the boundaries of memories and lifetimes, deeper and deeper past betrayals and murders and lies upon lies that form the thick webbing of plots beyond mortal comprehension. You settle at last on a room you have seen before, expansive, with a tall device encasing an Adra monolith at its center. The room is filled with people, and the people all look at the device. You are yanked suddenly back to reality, and the once catatonic boy is in the cells looking directly at you, appraising, calculating. There is no mistaking now that it is the soul of the man who caused your awakening that gazes out from that borrowed husk. Oh, it's the dude who did that thing! A watcher. Let's see. You made me into a watcher. I need you to undo it. Is that so? He makes no effort to hide his disinterest, but he continues to search your eyes. He makes a slight grunting noise, and his eyes soften for an instant, and it seems for that moment that he recognizes you. He opens his mouth to speak, but that seems to think better of what he was about to say. His jaw tightens. I know your look. You hunger. Hunger for animals that elude you. It gnaws at your soul. It usurps your reason for being. You are like everyone. I will help you let go. He dodges backward with startling grace, putting himself out of reach. Well, I mean, right now he's behind a door, so... On his face there is no malice, only the dispassion of a farmer putting down a sick animal. Then suddenly he slumps forward. Oh, God. Oh, crap. Told you I was gonna fight all these guys. Retreat to the door, Conga Life of Death. Yeah, we'll see if I need to. If need be, I will. How many of those left? I thought I already marked you for death. Alright, you're marked for death again. Don't have worms up yet. Woo! I'll tell you right now, that storm thing, that storm. Hey Shadow, what's up, man? It's a tarp. Alright, no problem, man. That storm thing is rough, man. I mean, on them, it's rough. Yep. Uncovered a leaden key operative in the sanitarium. The ability to possess those with weak souls, and was using one of the patients to influence Caedmon Azo's animancy research. Yes, he was, and now they're all going to be hostile on the way out. Because of course they are. Because of course they are.
Of course.
Chains grown to added weight. Crescent bite marks pit the edges of the cot. Bucket reeks of awful. That's awful.
Flame and sound.
Hey, what's up, Soul Stealer? Yeah. And the screaming of the crazy. Tell you, man, they do love them some sanitarium levels.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Remember to set the C4 on your way back, I know, right? Well, the truth is, too, that apparently Azo, I mean, Azo's a jackass, but it wasn't totally his fault. He's still a jerk, though, and he deserves to be punished, which he's going to be when I get back out there. So.
Hey.
And as usual, he's in the wrong spot. Lovely. I really do not have the faint here. Back the hell up.
What?
All right. Worms up.
On your word. Ansaru.
All right. It's a madhouse. A madhouse.
Rest a spell.
Oh, salty mood. Yeah, that druids one. Oh my god, I know. I had a hard time with that fight. Because exactly that
Yes?
reason. What? Open that thing up. Yeah, I seriously should have realized that the entire way back I'm going to be fighting these dudes. Yeah, I know. Tanking like a boss.
Let's keep quiet.
Like a boss that I didn't want to make him into. I found, yeah, I have Sagani, but otherwise I have Haravius, who I'm not crazy about. Kana, who's cool. Aloth I like. Durance is awesome. Ader is awesome, and my main guy. So I've got 7 possible people right now. Well, counting my main person, I have 7.
Onward!
Okay. Just might as well clear out the rest of the sanitarium before heading back. Burning to the ground may actually happen with this thing without even me planning it. I was joking about that, but...
Ansaru.
Wow. Oh my god, did you see what happened there? Wow. So what happened was I hit, I had the jolting touch because of my bow. Hit the wick for 51 shock damage, killed him. And then I crit the second wick for 44 shock damage and killed him too. So I basically killed 2 guys because I have the talent now that like one arrow ricochets off another.
I'm here.
I know, right? Cute little wicks. Really? I have, I played Rock Band for the Wii. Whoa.
Ansaru.
I took this guy already. Man.
Indeed.
Oh, that's the freeze thing. I wonder what that was. I forgot that I have this passive talent now where when they wander around, not passive talent, it's one of his chants. When they wander around, they leave like freeze trails. That's the trap that those guys were triggering. So, forgot about that. Rock Band, it's good stuff.
Here. Nice and quiet.
Okay. This reminds me of in the original Neverwinter Nights Not the original, I shouldn't say that, but the Neverwinter Nights from, 2000 or 2001, whatever it was. There's that one district that's affected by the plague, and that's what you hear all the time is just screaming and stuff. Exactly, Apples, yep. Exactly. Alright, this is almost cleaned out. Just have to do that room, and then I gotta go back and confront Bastard over there. No, Neverwinter Nights 1. Neverwinter Nights 1, when you're in the city. One of the regions is affected by plague.
Yes?
Hello?
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 Care that I'm stealing here. I already have that. That's really all that's in here, really? Really? Alright. Alright, I get to go in the main room and fight more of those constructs. And I'm gonna go talk to that guy. What's up, Tex? Yeah, I heard good things about that. More of those wicks. Welcome into the Arvanauts team, Gohan. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Wow. Wow.
Am I the only one here starting to nod off? The break might be in order.
Oh, wow, they killed the patients out here, too. So this guy didn't just kill them, he basically took out everybody. I bet we're not going to find Azo alive, of course. Of course we're not. He's going to go back and take care of Azo, because of course. Man. I know, right, Mercurius? Yeah, for sure, Nisk. I love that tavern ambiance, too. Hey, you.
Hello.
Just while you've got your creepy chest there, I thought you might want to know that the sanitarium is open in the North Ward. Patients are pouring out. This is like the scene in Batman Begins, where they open up the asylum and they're like, time to play. That's what that was right there. He's dead. What? He's not dead? Oh my god, dude. Alright. Get ready to get confronted, you bastard. What have you done? You've been experimenting on patients against their wills, mangling their souls. I have witnessed it with my own eyes. How could you possibly... Look, it had to be done. Ethelmore and the others, they took everything from me. Everything when I was this close. I had to know. Had to know where I failed and why. Imagine the value if I'd succeeded. I had something that could make all those hollow infants into something like a real person. And with a few more patrons and a few years' research, who knows? No one has come that close with a legacy. It's why I have to continue. Why I have to risk everything here working in secret. It's why you have to lie to Ethelmore for me. Tell me you've cleared me of all suspicion. No. I'm going to expose you for what you are.
Then I can't let you get in my way either.
Is that a fact? Let's see how well this goes. I can't let you get in my way either. Why do these guys do that? Seriously, why do they do that? No one will stand in my... Really? I will never... You will feel my... Yeah, you can't stop me in my experiments. I have tenure. Exactly. Yep, Shrek. He's like, you will never face my... Well, he certainly has the arrogance for it, right, Floridan? I'm close to a breakthrough. I found an ample source of essence now, and the vessels have responded positively to an fusion with a proxy. Human trials are the next logical course. Yeah, until I kicked your ass. Then, not so much. And now I'm going to go tell Ethelmore everything about you, and hopefully he is going to recognize the situation. Oh my god, those sound effects.
Welcome.
Yeah, everything's fine. Hey, how you doing, guard?
Hmm?
You guys are unaware of the situation, aren't you? Oh my god. Yeah, it'd be funny, McCurious, if it's actually just an academic battle, you know? It's like, this is between me and my dean. Alright. So now we're gonna head up top. Tell Ethelmore. Yes, he was being... Oh, yeah, he was being led on. The guy who's manipulating the patients works for the Leaden Key, and he's the same dude who awakened me at the very beginning of the game. So, but it doesn't matter, because Azo was a jackass anyway. He was being led on, but he was willingly allowing himself to be led on also. What the blazes happened down there? You were given permission to ask questions. Let's see. It's complicated. A patient of yours, Uskrim, is working for the Leaden Key, only without knowing it. You finish your explanation, Ethelmore breaks it. I have read accounts of people in history who could do what you describe. The accounts are few and brief and never reliable. Some go as far as to suggest that they are all the same person. If truly such a person was here among us, plotting our ruin, would that I had a body again and could be of some real use in our time of need. I fear what the future may hold for this place. I am grateful you were able to dispatch the threat before there was loss of innocent life. We very nearly had another scandal on our hands. What of Azor? What part did his experiments play in this catastrophe? I confronted Azo, was forced to kill him. Such a waste. There was none more gifted working here. In time I had hoped to rehabilitate his image, but a mind like his, so full of ideas, leaves little room for patience. I would inquire more into this matter, but in truth you have done this institution a favor. Were his transgressions ever to reach the public, there would be a terrible uproar. I was blind to have trusted him a second time. I trust you will be more cautious in future inquiries.
Good day to you. Good day to you.
Future inquiries? Here's what you can trust from me, bro. I'm going to burn this place to the ground. Okay. Happy birthday to the ground. All right, so the next step is we're going to go out here. We're going to explore the rest of Brackenbury. And then we're going to check out Heritage Hill, because that's obviously the next spot I'm supposed to go anyway. So that's where we're headed. I also think that Ethelmore is being a little bit kind about it. He's just like, oh yeah, you know, it was fine, you know, like he was just sort of confused. It's like, confused, huh? Let's go check out this. Whoa. Beg your pardon. I have a message for you. You are summoned to Hadred House, where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. How did you know where to find me? Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. Tell me about Lady Webb. Do you not know Lady Webb? She's... Well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she's the mistress of Dunred Row. Has been for as long as anyone can remember. She's supposed to be old. Older than anybody. And she never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away and she's just a pile of bones kept animated by dark magics. She's still at it, best anyone can tell. Learning things, keeping us safe. Pulling the strings behind the throne, too, it said. Has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country. Before you go asking the gods for forgiveness, best you ask Lady Webb first. What's Dunrid Row? A whole mess of ciphers run out of Hadrid House. They make it their business to keep the peace, but they don't like you to see them do it. Problems in this city have a way of going away on their own, and when that happens, you can make a pretty good guess as to why. Alright, where can I find Hadrid House? It's just over there, my lord, the southwest corner of Brackenbury. You'll find the lady upstairs. Alright.
Good day to you.
Alright.
Welcome.
Okay. Hadrid House is right there, so... I mean, we got summoned. We done got summoned, so... Let's figure out what they want. What you want? So what you want? Whoa. As you near the apparition, you are overcome suddenly by a powerful anxiety that sits like a stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real, the recollection of emotion rather than the emotion itself. It wrenches your insides, nevertheless. The apparition's brow is tensed, a look of concern plain across its face. It's true, Thorg, that's true to a degree, but the fact that he's willing to do what he does and sort of, you know, hurt... I mean, think about what he did to the guy. He just kept taking parts of his soul. Like, he wasn't being forced to do that. Whether he was being led on, like, his ambition was so great that he had lost his humanity, you know? So, right, exactly, Thorg. Yeah, what you just said. It doesn't excuse experimenting the inmates. I mean, yeah, the other guy's worse, but...
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
My mind has been elsewhere.
Oh? And what troubles you?
Forgive me, Eminence. I wish to leave the Order.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
I love these things where the answer that you give shapes the story. I love that. The people you intended to convert, they committed unspeakable acts, sacrifices, mutilations. These are
the ways of the heathen world.
Surely the gods would do better to destroy us all and start anew.
Perhaps they would. It may come to that one day. This is why we must not fail. The heathens are beyond the gods' reach. They do not know better. We are tasked with delivering them to the gods, so that the gods may heal their souls.
Sure, Varney.
I have seen it with my own eyes. You will see it too, if you choose to remain. There is no greater calling than the one we have chosen. Neither words, nor wealth, nor battle will end this suffering. Only the gods. Will you give them that chance?
The knot in your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something else entirely, something warm and soothing, and it is something you know you can never repay. As the vision fades, you start to become cognizant of the many odd looks aimed in your direction. Your last response echoes in your mind. I will. I know, Thorg, I know. Talk about operating in the dark, right? I mean, I kind of like the fact that they don't, you know...
Following your lead.
I like the fact that they don't hold your hand about it. But... still, I mean...
Yes?
Okay. All right, let's go meet Lady Hadrit, and then we're going to take a little break.
I'm here.
And then we'll continue on. What's up, Lady Hadrit? I want to hold your hand. Messiah. All right, what's the deal here? The hell are you?
Good day, stranger.
I was invited here by Lady Webb. Forgive me. She doesn't take many visitors, but the ones she does invite are a fascinating lot. I've always marveled at her choices. Nothing in common to my eyes, but her sight is far keener than mine. I wonder what it is she sees. Her room is upstairs, the one of the guards out front. The city may not understand her value, but the Duke certainly does. Tell me more about your skills. I check for soul connections, looking for lost things, missing things, or troublesome things, particularly where people of power and influence are concerned. I'm a cipher. What's up, Red Lear? How you doing, man? Long time no see, man. I'm a cipher. In our Glenfeth, we were once known as Brishelgwyn, Gesundheit, Mind Hunters. Nice title, yes, but it wasn't until the Animancers began working with my kind 40 years ago that we truly understood our power. Now we make some of the best detectives in the world. Tracing souls, we can look at a person and see where they've been, or look at a weapon and see who's touched it. Useful for solving crimes. His nose twitches as he looks at you. Useful for solving crimes, as you can imagine. Yeah, welcome back, man. Welcome back in, sir. All right. Time to talk to Lady Webb here. Lady Webb will see me now, huh? Lady Webb, I presume. Notes are scribbled in a Kerptic shorthand. Kerptic! QA fail! Kerptic! It's alright. Okay, Lady Webb. Still no flack, oh yeah. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, their flesh stretched thin to near translucent with extreme age, a gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and candle burns and the scars of innumerable slices from the edges of scrolls dot and stripe her hands like a quilt pattern after some great indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
I'm not surprised. I saw that coming from a million miles off. What's up, Tom? How you doing, man? A meager trick, given Cade Noir's fame. Ah, excuse me. Woo! Sorry about that.
And this fiasco in the sanitarium that you seem to have gotten yourself into the middle of. What in blazes possessed you to stir that nest of trouble?
There's someone I need to find.
Not just any someone, though. Someone in the service of the Leaden Key.
Exactly, McCurious.
You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks.
This lady's a spy cipher.
As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend. Which I suppose means we have much in common with them.
A little while off by
I asked
Tom.
you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
Sorry, no song request here. That's funny, McCurious. With such a miser. Yeah, a few months, I would say. But we are going to get back to it, but it's going to be a few months, because after this, I'm going to finish up Trails in the Sky. After that, I'm going to be doing a Fighting Fantasy game book, and after that, it's going to be time for The Witcher 3 probably. So yeah, I'll get back to it, Tom, but it may be a little while, I'm afraid, my friend. Sorry. Just too many good RPGs out, you know? I don't know. Maybe The Witcher 3 will suck. You don't have to worry about it, but I ran across a man in one of the ruins. It's important that I find him again. She closes her eyes and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still and her mouth parts little more than a sliver and her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground, the pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back and her gaze is immediately upon you.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Eora has ever known.
You know, just once, I'd like to have a villain who's like, the man you seek is Bob. He's a maintenance engineer, has some difficulty walking upstairs, and is not very athletic. But instead it's always like, you are facing the most elusive and dangerous man ever seen. You are facing a 12-headed dragon. You are facing 5 gods at once. She's gonna be like, oh, you're looking for my scribe right next door, so it's fine. Yeah, I think I saw that too, Messiah. What's up, Rogan? Yeah, you make a good point, Tom. That's a good point. I am setting the Empire up for success. I figure, but I mean, I was able to do it step by step. I figure, you know, it'll take a little time, but I'll get there, right? Eventually. Let's see. How do you know I seek Thaus?
Because you have seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. It must have been a special occasion.
What can you tell me about him?
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The Leaden Key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it.
So, Theos created the Leaden Key.
What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times.
Oh, it's Ra's al
only to
Ghul.
be reborn each time.
It's Ra's al Ghul.
Exactly the same man.
Oh my god.
Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes.
Exactly, Thorg.
The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woedica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul. Didn't I say Ra's? I said, did I say Race? Sorry, Ra's. I apologize. Ra's al Ghul. You know, I have to say, there is some canonical disagreement on this because I've also heard it called Ra's al Ghul, and not just in the movies. So there is some canonical disagreement, but I will accept Ra's al Ghul. Nah, I hear you, Tom. I know, man. I can't jump back and forth from game to game to game. It's not helpful overall in building an audience and stuff, but I will come back to it. I promise I will do that, but it's going to be, I'm probably a couple months away, I'm afraid. Just because there's so many other games that are coming up next, you know?
That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity.
Shocker.
He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
Ah, see? So Ra's al Ghul is the proper Arabic pronunciation, but the creator screwed it up by calling it Ra's. I know, Tom. I know, man. I know. All I can say is that, you know, just put yourself in the shoes of the people who, when they were watching me play the Star Wars games, were like, "Come on, man, move on to something else." So it's always a balancing act, I'm afraid. Let's see. How do you know so much about Theos?
The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
He also seeks the golden apple, and then he works for the assassins. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. No. What else is there to know about the Leaden Key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members.
I know, Tom.
They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know. If you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal. Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
Until now. What do you want from me?
Keep me informed. The Leaden Key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you.
I like this lady. Not that you'd stop me anyway. I would stop Dunreed Row first, but...
Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
All right, I agree.
If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
Well, there's something I could tell you about the Leaden Key's operations.
Well, let's hear it.
I found Theos in Brackenbury Sanitarium impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion of animancy.
Forgive me. It is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious. He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep.
He can try.
This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the Leaden Key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale.
Anyone want to place bets on whether we're in for something on a larger scale?
If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
First, I need to get into that goddamn Duke's meeting. This progress is encouraging. I only hope that we're not too late. All right, other questions?
Yes?
Tell me more about Dunreed Row.
All the things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about
Right.
work.
Exactly, Advisor.
Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed. We are Deerwood's cipher investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier
Pretty close, Tom.
against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster. And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps. blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes. But the truth is, I don't think many of them could bear it.
This is really actually giving me an idea for an entire, I don't know about a novel. I don't God knows I don't need to start another series, but something relating to like a spy operation, a spy house, where the whole thing is about information gathering. Do maybe a story about it. I mean, some of that happens in my novel Greyshade, which is going to be released next year. That's the deal with the Ed Greenwood group coming out next year. But he's an assassin, not a spy, per se. So anyway, it's kind of interesting. And yeah, there is more in Torment, I think. The writing is not as good, but you got to remember that the writing in Torment is among the best ever in any game. So that's a high bar, you know. Yeah, I do too, Florida, and I love the voice actress. Well, I'm not talking about a spy house exactly like this, Rogan. That's funny. No, Hippo, you don't want him to knock on wood with that, because that means that whatever he knocks on wood for will come true. So if he says the Torment follow-up will flop, it's in good shape. That means he's jinxing it, and it means it'll be good, you know? But yeah, Rogan, of course I would not actually do a spy house. I would compare it. I just like the idea of having a spy in a fantasy city as opposed to an assassin in a fantasy city, which I already have a series about. But yeah, they are Seven Wind, yep. How did you come to be here?
Me? I started this place in a different time under a different duke. I impressed the duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators. I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
How old are you? Let's hit it on the head. You wicked man. Where are your manners? Were you raised without a shred of decency? Nope.
I lost count ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Bereth carry me off before I'm through.
So ladies, this is like M.
There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
I'll bet. Are you psychic? Yeah.
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there.
That's cool. I like that. Yeah, Torment's not a remake. It's a spiritual successor to it. Done by the same guys, though, Monty Cook and his crew.
Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable. Who said I was talented? I don't. Least not that I can trust. And with me, it's only ever about one thing anyway. A quiet day at home.
I like this character. Is there a Lord Webb?
There was.
What happened to
He
him?
believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
Talk about something else.
Yes?
All right.
Try your best not to die out there.
Wow. All right. So, keep her informed anytime you learn more about the Leaden Keys activities. would be useful to her. All right. Well, she's definitely going to be useful. That's for damn sure. Cool. All right. So I got me an ally. I got me my own spy. Oh, really, Rogan? Yeah, Defiance Bay is like a freaking boatload, a metric ton of quests for sure. Yeah, it's not, but I mean, listen, this is not supposedly set in the D&D universe either, and this is basically the spiritual... This is the spiritual successor to it. Oh, wait. Damn it, they're having a talk, and I wasn't there for it.
All is well.
She has backbone. That does it scare you?
Or
All right, Charred Barrel. That's exactly where I was going. Was that in Jalistra, the Pelzerker, Stobar? Oh my God, these names. Charred Barrel, huh? Despite we may have heard nothing unusual goes on at the sanitarium. Oh yeah. Nothing at all. Yeah, I agree with that, Hippo. I think Athkatla's quest setup was smoother, and there was a lot more sort of intertied. But there's some cool stuff here, though. Each plate utensil polished with spotless shine. The thin-stemmed goblets ring melodiously at the strike of a fingernail. Okay, cool. All right, folks, it is about 20 minutes after, and it is time for my break. So I'm going to take that break right now, and then when I get back, we will continue. We'll figure out, we'll check around this inn a little bit, and then we're going to head up to Heritage and sell some stuff and so on. And then we're going to head up to Heritage Hill, and that's the second of the 3 clues I was given about the Leaden Key. Find out about it, go back and report to Lady Hadrit, and... yeah, then I think we'll be, then there's only one more, which is Deerford, which is heading out to Deerford, which we'll do next, after we've had a chance to look through Heritage Hill. So, we will do that next, but in the meantime, it's about, like I say, 20 after 11, so I'll be gone for about 10 minutes. I'll be back at 11:30 Eastern Standard. If you haven't already done so and you're enjoying what you're seeing and hearing, please make sure to follow the stream, and please make sure to spread the word about it. We are trying to get the channel into partnership, which hopefully we'll be able to do soon, and so the more you guys can spread the word about the show, the better. So, hang tight, and I'll be right back with you guys in about 10 minutes. See you in a bit.
Wonder what you would say if I could listen. I might be less afraid to play. I've seen inside you, I've known your mind, I've traced your instincts, I've watched your innocence unwind. Trust me, you just won't mind it. Don't cry, don't blame me. Oh, no, no shame on me. I had to pierce your blindness, so I did you this small kindness. What did you think of the fading gleam? Did you consider the cost of every broken tree? How did I touch you? How did it feel? Did you discover that part of me you thought was real? Yeah. I saw inside you, I knew your mind, I traced your instincts, I helped your innocence unwind, yeah. Yeah. Walking late one night, themselves conversing under the pale moonlight. I find I've grown so hungry, I can't run from the cold. No one is left to feed me. The others are too bold. The vampire said I'm empty. There's no blood left to spill. And once the people grow too scared to come, I know they never will. The dog and the vampire, two friends in the night. If only they could find their way, they'd make themselves feel right. The dog and the vampire are less different than they seem. They both live on the broken shells of others. They live on broken dreams. The dog said, make me a vampire. I've nowhere left to roam. I want to live forever, but not if I'm alone. The vampire said, you're crazy. You'll never live it down. Your mind would soon grow hazy. Your world come crashing down. The dog and the vampire, they speak without words. A dream brigade, a nighttime choir. They've never once been heard. The dog begged the vampire for hours upon end. The vampire just refused him. No pleading made him bend. Finally he gave in. He held the dog real fast. He bit hard, he drained his life, and now Through his tears he knew the loss. The dog had finally learned. The dog and the vampire, two friends in the night. If only they could find their way and make themselves feel right. The dog and the vampire, they speak without words. Dream brigade, a nighttime choir. They've never once been heard. Well, on the 7th of December, a small child was born. His body was so healthy, his mother's grasp was warm. In happiness she raised him, in silence he would sleep. But innocence was fading, in borrowed time she'd weep. Well, in time he grew in stature, in time became a man. With age he gained his freedom, the confidence to stand. But over time she weakened, well his mother's strength ran low. The energy she gave him was soon enough to go. No, this time he thought he knew himself. His mother's love for him that flowed within himself. Even now, in all his darkest dreams, all that she did for him Dreams speed by my soul. Streams rush, take their toll. Light runs on its way. Night comes in to stay.
You know, a lot of people react to that song in very different ways. I remember my wife in particular hears the first part of that song and is like, "Oh yeah, why don't you guys play this more?" And then she heard the second part and she's like, "Oh, that's why you don't play it more." And a lot of other people are just like, "That second part was awesome and epic." And of course, we always thought that it was epic. So, anyway, I always find it funny. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back one more time. All right, let's get into it. So it is time to check out this inn and see what's going on here. Let's talk to Thristwin first. The young elf is dressed in gaudy robes that he seems ready to cast off. Oh, really, Thorg? What's up, Mosky? Excuse me. He picks at a heavily brocaded sleeve and continually adjusts the gold chain around his neck. He looks up at you. Did she send you to run me out of town? You could tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. Hey, Dragon, what's up? I told Cyril I wouldn't let her sell it. If that's what you're here about, then save yourself the trouble. He puffs up his chest but glances at the exit. I'm not after you, but maybe I can help. That's a relief, but I don't see how. Cyril's a courtesan over at the Salty Mast in Andra's Gift. We've been working together for over a year now. I find a noble with more money than sense, fill him up with liquor. Hey, gent, what's up? There you go. Fill him with liquor, send him away. They have a good time, and Cyril takes her fee. And a little extra. 100 coppers here, a trinket there. It's a bounty for us, and these lords and ladies never notice anything missing. That's dishonest. It's surviving. He points a finger and one ruby ring catches the light. If those nobles have more wealth than they can hang on to, why should they keep it? Anyway, we always split the bounty. Until a week ago. He squeezes his lips into a tight frown. Nice! Congratulations, Dragon! Yay! Can we get some love in the chat for Dragon Spear? Congratulations, Dragon! Congratulations. You get some love? Some serious love for Dragon? Congratulations, man. She takes the necklace off of some noble. It's an Angwithan medallion, damn near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. And even if I wanted to, I can't go home without it. Dragon MBA hype! Let's see. You get mild love. Let's see. I'll see about getting the medallion from Celian. Tell me more about your situation. What do you want to know? What makes this medallion so important to you? I grew up in Ire Glanfath with the Shattering Spear clan. We Glanfathans have protected Angwithan ruins for thousands of years. It's the one duty the gods ask of us in exchange for the freedom to live as we please. But treasure hunters looted the ruins in our territory, and we left the wilds we dwelled in for generations. Look at all these rings that he's got, though. Most of my clan made scattered to towns around the Deerwood and probably live on crusts of bread. Restoring this medallion to the ruins would earn us the gods' forgiveness. The Shattering Spear could go home. This is all rather fascinating. A single medallion to earn the gods' favor and so return home? It rather reminds me of, a story I heard. Somewhere. Had to finish 22-page company analysis by 2 a.m. Monday, 3 more pages for industry analysis when I woke up. Then wrote a 5-page Apple analysis by 5 p.m. same day. Then I finished a 20-page final last night. Wow, congratulations, man. Wait, you wrote an analysis of apples? Does Apples know that you wrote this analysis of them? Tell me about Cyril. She's a courtesan at the Salty Mast over in Andra's Gift. She wasn't born to much, but she's done what she has to in order to escape that. These things he's got. She's a good friend. Without her, I'd probably be living hand-to-mouth like the rest of the Shattering Spear. This isn't about her or me. It's about the 40 people in my clan and the way of life we've held to for generations. You seemed like you've done well enough for yourself. It was this or scrape by in the gutters like the rest of my clan. But I'd give it all for that medallion. I offered to, but it's worth more than anything I've got, and Cyril knows it. I still don't understand why you can't take your money and return to Ire Glanfath. Of course I could, but that's not the point. A community isn't a place, it's a connection to history and meaning. Like an anchor. Defending the ruins for the gods gave us a purpose. Without that, we're adrift. Does this make any sense to you? We're duty bound to be wardens of the builders. We do not put relics and riches on a scale and weigh one versus the other. Abandoning the search for the medallion is abandoning his way of life. Yes. You know what it's like. How to care for something you can't explain. Still don't like you, though. That's all I wanted to ask. I'll see about getting the medallion from her. You'll find her at the Salty Mast. The only way anyone sees her these days is by paying, so you have to go through Maya. Whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Alright. So I'll get the medallion. Apple was a quick analyze, huh? What we got over here? Cheese! Nice. Alright.
Welcome.
Abelhart Scarian. Abelhart, huh? The man is dressed in neat but functional clothes. His sun-wrinkled skin and limber musculature reflect a life spent in the wilderness. Well met. What brings you to the charred barrel? Yeah, Horavius. Or Horavius. Horavius does. Is this your place? It's my retirement. Used to be a warehouse back when Brackenbury saw more ship traffic, but it fell out of use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited it from some great uncle who'd never had any luck pawning it off on my cousins. Now it's the most popular spot in Brackenbury. The nobles come to unwind, and kith from other districts come to mingle. We get a few rough types too, but they behave in here. Besides, their coin's as good as anyone else's. As good anyone else's? What? Who are you? I was a cartographer for the Duke for decades. Crossed the White March half a dozen times and mapped most of the ruins of Thane Bog. A good career, but one suited to younger men. When I came back to Defiance Bay for good, Cleaver and a few other friends in the Knights helped me get the rights to refurbish this place. There's strong ale, quantity entertainment, and a fresh sea breeze. What more could a man want? Show me your menu. Because I have a bunch of stuff to trade to you. How much would you pay? But wait, there's more. That, or that. Not quite as much as the Zorups. Oh, but here we go. There we go. Lot of stuff to trade. Lot of stuff to trade. Thank you. I will happily take that 15,000 gold. Let's see. Let's go with that. I know. I feel like that's an underused sort of entertainment. You know what I mean? Gent, I feel like it'd be so easy just to be like, just to be so much fun to just hang out in a bar and be like, here, have everything that I've looted off of these corpses. Be a great time. Okay. So I did that. So I have to talk to Cyril at the Salty Mast and Andra's Gift. And then I have to go to Heritage House. So Andra's Gift and then Heritage House. That's what we're looking at. Andra's Gift and Heritage House. What am I going to do with all that gold? I'm going to upgrade the hell out of my stronghold is what I'm going to do with all that gold. Commerce doesn't work that way. I'm sure it's totally believable. I'm sure they've thought about all the details. Fast mode! Dun, 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 fast mode, fast mode. Whoa. Don't entirely know why we have assassins sitting out here, but... Ha 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 ha! Oh, the Dunrid Row Messenger. There we go. Oh. That means it's time for Worms Up!
Noble, stand still!
all these assassins are waiting for me here. Kill the Dunrid World Messenger. There we go. I mean, look at all this stuff. Scrawled note. Written on this scrap of parchment is a concise but detailed description of you, including your name, your distinguishing features, and everyone you're known to have associated with in your brief time in Deerwood. Charming, so someone's got it out for me. Charming. That's lovely.
On your word.
I know, right, Dragon? The hell is that all about? I mean, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going straight back. I'm going straight back to the end I just came from and I'm selling all that stuff. Going right back there, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna find out whether or not some smart guy wants to explain what's going on. We'll put it in fast mode though. Jen. It's interesting. Interesting. So I wonder if that was... I assume that's not like the Leaden Key going after me, because you'd think that they would be more, I don't know, circumspect in the way they tried to take me out.
Hail and well met.
I know I was just back here recently, but I wanted to say I got some more stuff, so I figured you'd be interested in some of these things. Oh, and you know what else I wanted to do was to sell. Oh my God, look at that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't need all those. Okay. Don't need a thousand. Look, I have 40 lockpicks. My God, man. There you go. All right. Were they all wearing hoods of Vodka? Leaden Key? Well, yeah, the Leaden Key's not going to be happy with me, but, you know. Listen, just because I'm trying to infiltrate them is no reason for them to get pissed off at me. You know, they just don't know how to just be chill about it. 1 day, 1 hour. Just have no sense of humor. Okay. And is this? Right. Okay, Andra's gift. All right, time to go hit up the Salty Mast, gentleman's favorite place. We haven't been in the Salty Mast yet. It's time to go talk to one of the types, the people. One of the workers, the working classes, you know. Neighborhood of the Tower. It's near a cemetery. Heritage Hill.
Yes?
I did that. I knew that was Heritage Hill. I knew it. Alright, where's the salty mast? There's the salty mast. Yeah, well, it helps that I was waiting for them. Like, I saw them from a long way off. They might have wanted to attack me before I got, before I'd been rested. Salty mast. What's up, Strike? No, I've got to, I'm trying to talk to this, Cyril, who's one of the people here to get this guy's medallion back. Oh, God.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaruna the milkmaid. She knew what she was doing.
A bastion of Deerwooden culture.
Yeah, everyone with their comments.
Now to find a home for my other staff.
What the... Captain Pepperjack. Alright, let's talk with Maya.
Gods keep you.
The Amal woman watches you suspiciously. That's true. That's true, Strike. One hand is tense to her side, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly, if weary, smile. I don't see many outfooted like you who aren't looking for trouble. You are looking for trouble, are you? What kind of trouble are you having? The kind that's bad for business. Local rowdies have taken to harassing my hardworking boys and girls, and our customers. They started showing up after this rash of Hollowborn, and they've been driving my regulars away. She looks you up and down, scratching her chin. There aren't too many who care about what happens in places like the Gift, but word is you're an exception. The knights are too busy sniffing around Duke Aurvar to bother with us commoners, and I'd just as soon not deal with their bureaucracy anyway. Tell me how I can help. These thugs tend to roam in groups, which suggests to me that these aren't random incidents. You put a stop to these attacks, and I'll find a real nice way to thank you. Got me? What questions? What do you know about these attacks? You only have to step outside to see it for yourself. Those thugs out there are just waiting to cause trouble for anyone coming or going. Maybe they would have let you pass, however. They probably would. Tell me more about your business. It's not doing as well as I'd like. That's right. Hey, what's up, baddie? I think I missed it, Thorg. It's not doing as well as I'd like with all this trouble. I run an honest enterprise, just trying to give folks a little rest and relaxation. You help me out and I'll see about getting you a special discount. That's something else. What can I do for a strapping lad like yourself? Is there someone here named Cyril? You must be new in town, dearie. She's only the most sought-after girl in the district. You want to spend time with her? Just ask. She's the 1,000 for the night, but she's worth every pound, or so they tell me. Fancy a go with her? Best money you spend in the Gift. A night with Cyril. You'll find her quarters upstairs. Don't mind the burly fellows at her door. They're just there to make sure everyone has a good time. Okay. $1,000 gold. Let's
Yes?
do it. Time to talk to Cyril.
I shall.
What is this? What are you doing? There's an interesting dance strategy. We're going to call that a strategy. Oh, yeah. You didn't need a couple of Sulus there. Oh, my. It's interpretive dance. Lyrinia. Ikali. Baldwin. Wait. Don't I know an Aldwin? Why do I know that name? Why do I know an Aldwin? Should I know an Aldwin? That name sounds really familiar. Oh my.
Hail, traveler. Hello.
I swear that name is familiar. Anyway. Members only, huh? Cyril's Guard. There we go. Sup? Ah, Cyril.
How do you do?
Is it? Powder almost hides the circles under her eyes, and rouge dusts her two prominent cheekbones. Despite it all, Cyril is beautiful. She favors you with a smile she must have practiced and perfected. Hello, stranger. Let me make you more comfortable. I'm here on a quest to restore Glenfathan clan. So you like role-playing? I can work with that. Your friend Thristwin sent me. He needs that medallion. So do I. I offered him his half of the money, and he refused it. She crossed her arms and paces in a slow circle around you. I'm sure he told you all about his broken clan. Did he also tell you that I got him where he is today? I really am sorry for him, but I'll bet you anything he lives better now than he did in Ire Glenfath. I've worked a long time for a way out, and I'm not giving it up just because Thristwin's suddenly gone nostalgic. I'll buy it from you. It's worth 6,000 pans. If you've got that kind of coin, I'll gladly help you spend it. Deal! Done. Goggles at the bag of coin in her hand. She looks back at you for just a second before reaching into her bodice. She holds a carved Adra medallion by a coin and gives it to you. She cradles the bag of coppers. I could be in a cottage in Brackenbury tomorrow. She looks hopefully at the medallion in your hand. I'm not going to tell you your business, but if you do mean to give that to Thristwin, it would mean a lot to me too. I hope he finds everything he's looking for back home. Please, take this. It's already given me an edge with people around here, but I'm done with that part of my life. Alright. It's a lot of coin. I'm glad I had some extra. Let's see. Resolve +2. Moonstone ring features a large, bright jewel. The gem's silver glow lends the wearer an air of charisma and determination. Once belonged to Cyril, the most sought-after courtesan in Defiance Bay. But not anymore. Not anymore. There we go. Should have used one. Get more bang for your buck. Alright, guys. Keeping an eye on you. Well, no need to do that, because I got the medallion. I got that medallion, though. +2 might. Wow. That's pretty nice. Alright, I'm out. We're going back to the guy. We're giving him the thing. And then we're going into Heritage Hill next. We'll do Andrew's gift last. Alduin's the name of the bad guy in Skyrim. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, Thorg. I don't know. I thought Alduin... Yeah, I know, right, Miser? I thought Alduin... I don't know.
I wonder, Aloth, don't you ever feel curious about Isilmir's history?
Not even a little.
But think of the opportunities. You could learn so much about the past.
There are some things I'm happy not knowing.
Okay, so let's go in there. That cost me... the whole thing together cost 7,000 copper. 7,000 copper is what that cost. between the ring and getting in to see her in the first place. So, I did have a lot of copper, but man. How much should be an option to all conversations? That's funny. Okay, Mosking. Alrighty. Let's give this guy his medallion. And he better give me, like, honor with the elves or some awesome thing like that. He's like, well, since you gave this to me, here, have my robe of plus 10 intellect that I don't use. I'd be like, alright. If you say so. I had about 15,000. So I'm down to 9.
Welcome.
And Twin Elms, moderate negative. Did you get the medallion from Cyril? Yes. Thriston's eyes are as wide and round as the artifact in his hands. You've given my people a gift we couldn't possibly repay. I'll do the best I can, though. This is everything I have. Take it, please. Ah, keep it. Your clan could use it to rebuild. The Shattering Spear will sing of your kindness for generations to come. If you ever find yourself in our Glanfeth, please honor us with your visit. Farewell. He hurries out of the inn, his fancy cloak dragging on the ground. Twin Elms, moderate positive. Alright. That's good. Maybe I'll be in good shape by the time I get there. Lovely. Okay. Thugs, right. Okay, that's not what I'm dealing with right now, though. Okay, so, Tower and Heritage Hill. Alright.
You must.
Heritage Hill's key. You can get that amount down a bit through certain means, really. So I could have seduced her, is what you're saying, Thorg, and that would have dropped the price? Okay. So, Heritage Hill is where we've got the second one of these sort of main quest lines, so to speak. Dot, dot, dot.
Yes, I shall.
So we've got, that's the Hermit, that's my spy person that I know. So through Death's Gate, that's Deerford Village, which is outside of the place, outside of Defiance Bay. So this one is right here. Tower I saw looms above the walls surrounding Heritage Hill. Guard at the gate of Heritage Hill said I need special permission from Wild to keep in the first fire to enter. I think I can already get in there. So there's that, and then after that is this thing through Death's Gate. Let's do it. Yeah, I guess I didn't need to, Rogan. It actually just struck me. I could have gone from anywhere. Forgot about that. Not those kind of means? Really?
Hmm?
Okay. Heritage Hill time. Okay. It's the mausoleum, so we're looking for the tower. Shoot. Already have 4 camping supplies. Alright. An enemy? Oh, a ghoul. Hi, ghoul. Wow. Let's see. 21 pierce damage, 24 crush damage, 17 pierce damage, 48 shock damage, 25 pierce damage. Well, snap. Wrecking Face. Ray Shagul.
I'm here.
Really hope I'm heading towards that tower. Somewhere here. There's some guys. Okay, you're marked for death. Whoops, no. You're marked for death. And
Yes.
wow. Absolutely wiping the floor with these guys. Crockware, stale foodstuffs, and once priceless vases now chipped and cracked fill the wagons.
I shall.
Irish Chill Cemetery.
I'm here.
Hey, what's up, Sordo?
I'm here.
Yeah, man, doing well. How are you doing? How's life been, sir? I haven't seen you in here for a while. Okay.
I shall.
Cemetery. And the tower was supposedly near the cemetery. It's Canthus house, no. Okay. This is where I went when the soldiers were having trouble back then. It was a while ago, though. I do use stealth mode sometimes, actually. I do indeed use stealth mode sometimes, but in here I don't do it that much because I'm heading towards...
On the hunt.
I do it a lot when I'm inside in dungeons and things like that. But here I'm heading to the tower in the center before I come back out and clear this out. I cleared out most of Brackenberry, not all of it. I have a little bit of Brackenberry left to do, probably. I've done most of Copperdale. I've done most of First Fires, except for that stupid Ducal Palace thing, because I can't get into that meeting yet. But I'm getting there. And then Andrew's Gift I have not done a lot of yet. Okay. Is that tower? I bet that tower's over there, isn't it? Shoot. Well, I might as well go down here.
Charge!
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go with okay.
Die!
All right, knock you down.
Yes?
you should have been already marked for death. God damn it.
What? Anna!
There we go. All right, that was a lot of guys. But no problem, ultimately. No problem. That might actually be the tower, now that I think of it. No, I'm on normal. I'm on normal. But, you know, part of the reason I wanted to get back into the main quest, I did a couple of levels of Cad Nua the other day. And I had to be careful not to overdo it because there's the danger of getting over-leveled, honestly. So...
Yes?
So I needed to advance a little bit in the main story so I don't get over-leveled. Stogare Tooth.
Hmm?
Nice. I needed another rope and grappling hook, actually. Alright, here we go. And let's head in.
Yes?
That is... Okay, good. The massive stone door of the tower is sealed, and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. Speak the words you learned from the Leaden Key Acolyte. Weird rumbles and clanks from hidden tumblers as the door unlocks. Oh yeah. Inside the tower. Oh, did you really, Rogan? Isn't the difficult one have 2 bears? Isn't difficult 2 bears or something like that? Tower level 1. Oh my god. Bad memories of Durlag's tower. Alright. Here we're gonna stealth it up. Hello? You are marked for death.
I shall be
Quest Undying Heritage.
quiet as a calm sea.
Alright. There's that. There's that. Yeah.
Yes?
Nice. Okay. And wounding shot. Good night. Hard as a bear and a younger bear. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I heard so many differing opinions about whether normal mode is really hard mode or like what the, you know, and I always play games on normal because my assumption is always that that's what they balanced it for. You know, that's what they really sort of balanced the overall game for. That thing looks cool.
Indeed.
Essence shimmers and pulsates within the strange device, huh? Crumpled page from Aldhelm's journal and Trindig's letter. Let's find out what those say, shall we? Day 7. A week of study and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trindig remains optimistic. I don't know what I'd do without his spirit. Dearest Mother and Father, Trindig's letter. Dearest Mother and Father, you'll be pleased to hear that I've learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby, and Master Greg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I'm writing to you from inside an ancient Engwithan tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They've let us set up temporary living quarters here so our work can continue uninterrupted. It's an unsettling place at times, but Master Greg has been a constant comfort. And he is quick to remind me that the things we learn from this tower may one day help us find a cure for Widewind's legacy. I better get some rest now. Mr. Greg likes to get an easy start to the day. All my love, Trindig. I'm not even using enchanting. What do I do when there is no normal mode? There's always a normal mode. There's always like a default mode. If there's no difficulty level at all and there's just one difficulty, I just play it at that. But if there's a choice, this is the default that I have. I just use the default. That's all. But I don't know what you mean. Like, wouldn't enchanting make it easier? Why would enchanting be harder? Wouldn't enchanting make it easier? Mattress is lumpy and smells of odd straw. But whoever slept here last made it neatly.
I'm here. I shall be discreet. Hmm?
Activate accuracy. You debuff them. You wounding shot them.
Hey.
God, that bow is so badass. So badass, that bow. Oh. Yeah, Div, I don't agree. That's not how I think normal. That's not what I think easy is. That's cool though, different strokes and all that. But I don't like enchanting for the most part in games. I don't like crafting. So I feel like I shouldn't have